For 4.5 billion years, our solar system has been running like a clock. 8 planets locked in their orbits, the sun burning steadily at the center, the moon pulling our tides, the seasons cycling in perfect, predictable rhythm. It is the most familiar machine in existence, so familiar we never think to wonder what keeps it running. But what if it stopped? What if the gravitational architecture holding our solar system together simply collapsed? Planets flung out of orbit, worlds careening into each other or disappearing into the cold darkness between stars. Today, we are following the solar system's collapse from the first moment of disruption all the way to its final cold end. This is the ultimate catastrophe. Let us walk through it together. To understand how the solar system could collapse, we first need to understand what keeps it stable. The sun contains 86% of all the mass in the solar system. Everything else, every planet, every moon, every asteroid is gravitationally bound to it. But gravity alone is not what makes the solar system stable. A planet pulled purely by gravity, with no sideways velocity, would fall straight into the sun. What keeps planets in orbit is the precise combination of gravitational pull and orbital velocity, always falling toward the sun, always moving fast enough sideways to keep missing. Earth travels at about 29.8 kilometers per second. A change of just a few kilometers per second would send us spiraling inward or outward into the dark. This stability is real, but it is not absolute. Computer simulations run forward in time consistently show the solar system is technically chaotic over timescales of hundreds of millions of years. Small perturbations can grow, orbits can drift. The solar system is stable until it is not. For a catastrophic, rapid collapse, something would have to shatter that balance. The most dramatic trigger, a rogue star passing through the solar system. A star passing within the orbit of Neptune would be like a bowling ball rolling through a carefully arranged clockwork. Orbits would shatter, planets would scatter. The system would never recover. Another trigger is the sun suddenly losing a significant fraction of its mass. Planets moving at their current velocities would find themselves too fast for the weakened gravitational field, flying outward, their orbits expanding until they become unbound. The solar system would dissolve not through collision, but through dispersal. There is also a third, quieter trigger, a cascading orbital instability from within. Computer simulations have shown that under certain conditions, a slight perturbation to Mercury's orbit could, over millions of years, cascade into a full catastrophe. Mercury could collide with Venus. The gravitational ripples could eventually reach Earth. The system's own internal dynamics, given the right nudge, could unravel from the inside, no intruder required. For our hypothetical, let us choose the most immediate collapse. A massive rogue object passes through the solar system, disrupting every planetary orbit at once. It unfolds in the hours, days, and years that follow. The first sign would not be dramatic. A dark, undetected object, several times the mass of the sun, enters the outer solar system. Astronomers notice anomalies. Neptune's orbital data deviates from predictions. Then Uranus. The deviations grow faster than any natural perturbation should allow. Alarms go off in observatories around the world. The gravitational disruption propagates inward at the speed of light. Neptune is hit hardest first. Its orbital velocity, the carefully maintained balance that has held for billions of years, is shattered. Depending on the geometry of the encounter, Neptune could be flung into a drastically different orbit or ejected from the solar system entirely, becoming a rogue planet drifting in interstellar darkness. The cascade moves inward. Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter. Each disrupted planet then exerts changed gravitational forces on its neighbors, amplifying the chaos. Jupiter is the critical domino. Its gravity is what has stabilized the inner solar system for billions of years. A disrupted Jupiter becomes not a shepherd, but a threat. Its altered orbit could send it careening through the asteroid belt, scattering millions of rocks on crossing trajectories with the inner planets. It could gravitationally destabilize Mars. The planet that protected us becomes, in a matter of months, the greatest danger Earth has ever faced. What happens to us? In the first weeks, Earth might appear relatively unaffected. ejected. Our orbit is set by the sun's gravity and our own velocity, and both persist even as the outer planets are disrupted. But the asteroid belt, normally corralled by Jupiter's gravity, would become uncontained. Millions of objects on chaotic new trajectories would begin crossing the inner solar system. The statistical probability of large impacts would increase dramatically, a bombardment potentially far exceeding the one that pocked the early solar system 4 billion years ago. Earth's own orbit could be perturbed over time. A close pass by a disrupted Mars, or by Jupiter itself, could alter our orbital parameters. Even a small change in our distance from the Sun could trigger ice ages or warming events of an intensity that dwarfs anything in human history. The Moon's orbit would be largely stable in the short term, but tidal forces from passing objects could distort it over time, changing our tides and the axial tilt that gives us our seasons. In the most extreme scenario, Earth could be gravitationally ejected from the solar system entirely. A rogue planet, drifting through interstellar space with no star to warm it. The surface would freeze within days. The oceans would ice over within weeks. The atmosphere itself would eventually freeze and fall as snow. Earth would become a dark wanderer, preserving, deep in its rocks, the frozen evidence of everything that once lived here. The sun itself would not be destroyed. Stars do not require planets. The sun's nuclear furnace is powered by its own mass and internal pressure. It would keep burning whether Earth was in orbit or not. But if the rogue object passed close enough to the sun, enormous tidal forces on its outer layers could trigger solar flares and coronal mass ejections of extreme intensity, bathing the inner solar system in radiation we have never experienced. Earth's magnetic field protects us from the solar wind, but a sufficiently intense event could strip the upper atmosphere and bombard the surface with lethal doses of radiation. Here is something remarkable. Planetary systems scattering their worlds into interstellar space is not hypothetical. It happens. Astronomers have detected what are called rogue planets, free-floating worlds moving through interstellar space, unbound to any star. Some estimates suggest there may be more rogue planets in the Milky Way than there are stars. Trillions of worlds, drifting in darkness, each one potentially the remnant of a solar system that failed. And some of those worlds might not be entirely dead. Large planets with thick atmospheres could retain internal heat from radioactive decay in their cores for billions of years. Deep beneath the ice, liquid water might persist, kept warm not by a star, but by the planet's own interior. Some astrobiologists speculate that rogue planets could harbor simple microbial life in subsurface oceans. Life that never knew a star. Life that evolved in the dark, sustained by geothermal energy alone. If Earth were ejected, the surface would die, but deep in the ocean floors, in the hydrothermal vent communities that thrive today completely independent of sunlight, life might persist for millions of years. Warm pockets of chemistry in an otherwise frozen world, simply continuing because that is what life does. This will not happen to us anytime soon. The nearest star is 24 light-years away and moving further. The solar system has been stable for 5 billion years and is expected to remain largely stable for 5 billion more, until the sun itself begins to die. But this hypothetical matters because it forces us to confront the contingency of our existence. The conditions that make complex life possible are not universal. They are specific. They are lucky. The right distance from the right star. A large planet acting as gravitational shield. A galactic neighborhood quiet enough not to disrupt our orbit. Most of the universe does not look like this. So what if the solar system collapsed? The outer planets scatter. Jupiter, our ancient guardian, becomes a threat. The asteroid belt is unchained. Earth faces bombardment, orbital disruption, and potentially ejection into interstellar darkness. The surface freezes. The oceans ice over. The atmosphere falls as snow. And yet deep in the dark, warm places, life might persist. Frozen, drifting, carrying the memory of a star in its chemistry. The solar system is not guaranteed. It is a gift, a 4.5 billion year gift of orbital stability, of a sun that burns steady, and a moon that keeps our seasons in check. Every sunrise you have ever seen happened because, for one more day, the solar system held together. Drop a comment. If Earth were ejected as a rogue planet and you could take one thing underground to preserve it for future discovery, what would it be? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one. Stay curious, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video.